welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we are going to understand how to create Google Calendar events from Google Sheets using AI agent. So as an event manager, my objective is that whenever I'm going to add a new detail over here in my Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI should generate the description for that event. And after generating the description, automatically that event should be scheduled in my Google Calendar. So now here to automate the entire process, I need to connect my Google Sheets with OpenAI and Google Calendar using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to see the working of this automation and to learn this process step by step, let me all take you to my screen. Welcome to my screen. In this video, I'll show you how to automatically create Google Calendar events from your Google Sheets using an AI agent. This will help you stay organized, save time and never miss an important meeting or a deadline. Alright, so as you all know that I manage my schedule and important tasks in Google Sheets like client meetings, deadlines or follow-ups. But manually adding each of these to Google Calendar takes time and can lead to missed entries. So by using an AI agent to automatically create Google Calendar events from my Google Sheets, I can save time and avoid mistakes. So as soon as I update the sheet with new dates or task, events get added to my calendar without any extra effort. This helps me stay organized, never miss an appointment and manage my day more efficiently. Alright, so here on my screen you can see my Google Sheet that I've already created with the name events. And these are the fields that I've added over here. So now here my objective is, as soon as I'm going to add a new detail over here in my Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI should generate a proper description for the event. And after generating the description, automatically that event should be added over here in my Google Calendar for that particular date. Alright, so now here I've already built an automation where I've connected my Google Sheets with my OpenAI account and my Google Calendar using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So now here to see the working of this automation, we are going to add a new detail over here in my Google Sheets so that you can understand the entire process more clearly. Alright, so let me add the details. And here you can see we have successfully added a new detail over here in our Google Sheets such as task name, description, start date and time and end date and time. So here you can see the date that has been added over here as 19th May 2025 and the start time is 3 p.m. and the end time is 4 p.m. So let's go and check our Google Calendar. Here I'm going to move to the May calendar and then I'm going to select the date as 19 over here. And here you can see we have successfully created a new event over here for the 19th of May at 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. over here. And here you can see the description as well that has been generated by OpenAI that says, please submit the blog draft by the specified deadline to ensure timely review and publication. This is a crucial step in the content creation process and adherence to this timeline is essential for maintaining project schedules. Alright, so with this we have successfully seen the working of this amazing automation. And now here in this video we are going to learn step by step that how you can set up this automation by simply connecting your Google Sheets with your OpenAI account and Google Calendar using an automation software named as Pabbly Connect. So to access the Pabbly Connect you have to search for pabbly.com/connect in your browsers and it will take you to the homepage of Pabbly Connect. So here you can see two options that are sign in and sign up free. If you're a new user, click on sign up free and get free 100 tasks every month to explore the software. And if you're an existing user, click on sign in. Here I'm an existing user, so I'm clicking on sign in. Now after signing in, here you can see all Pabbly apps window where you can see all the applications of Pabbly. Here to integrate my applications, I'm going to use Pabbly Connect. Now this is the dashboard of Pabbly Connect and here to build my connection, I need to create a workflow first. So for that, here I'm going to click on this create workflow button given on the top right corner. Now here in this create workflow dialog box, I have to give a name to my workflow. So here I'm going to give the name as create Google Calendar events from Google Sheets using AI agent. And now here to giving a name to my workflow, it is asking me to select the folder. So in the left side corner of this dashboard, you can see a folder section under which you can see the multiple folders that I've already created with different names to save my workflows accordingly. So in this particular case, I'm going to select my folder as automations. You can select the folder as per your need. Also, you can create multiple folders to save your workflows accordingly. And now here to learn how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect, you need to click on this learn more hyperlink given over here. And it will take you to the forum window where you can see all the instructions to how to create a new folder inside Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now let's move back to Pabbly's dashboard. And here to create a new workflow, I'm going to click on this create button given over here. Now here in this workflow window, you can see we have successfully created a workflow, and here on my screen you can see the two most important principles of an automation process, that are trigger and action. Where trigger says when this happens and action says do this. That means action is a response towards a trigger. Your automation can have a single trigger but multiple action steps. Now let's begin with our automation by simply setting up a trigger. So here I'm going to select my trigger application as Google Sheets, as I'm receiving new details through Google Sheets. So Google Sheets is a free web-based spreadsheet program that allows you to create, edit and share spreadsheets online. So in my Google Sheets trigger step, I'm going to select my trigger event as new or updated spreadsheet row, so that whenever I'm going to add a new detail over here in my Google Sheets, then automatically and instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response, or you can say automatically this entire workflow is going to get triggered. Alright, so now after selecting my trigger event, you can see I've received a webhook URL. That means here I'm going to use this webhook URL to connect my Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So following the instructions given below, firstly I'm going to copy this webhook URL, and here I've already logged in my Google Sheets account. So this is my Google Sheet that I've already created with the name events, and these are the fields that I've added over here. So now here I'm going to connect this Google Sheet with Pabbly Connect in order to capture the response in Pabbly Connect. So here, before moving forward with the connection, firstly I'm going to add a new detail over here in my Google Sheet. So let me add the details, and here you can see I have successfully added a new detail over here in my Google Sheets. So now after adding the details, we are going to move forward with building the connection over here. So here, to build this connection, you need to install an add-on on your Google Sheets account first, and for that you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select add-ons. Now here under this add-ons, you need to select get add-ons. Now here in this Google Workspace Marketplace, you have to search for add-on, that is Pabbly Connect Webhooks, and then you need to install this particular add-on on your Google Sheets account in order to connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So here you can see it is already installed in my Google Sheets account. So I'm going to move back, and once you're going to install this add-on, you need to follow exactly the same steps. Alright, so now after installing the add-on, you need to refresh your Google Sheets, and that's a necessary step. And here, after refreshing the Google Sheets, you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now here under this Pabbly Connect Webhooks, you need to select initial setup. And now here under this initial setup, you can see it is asking me to enter the webhook URL and the trigger column. So for the webhook URL, I'm going to enter the webhook URL that I've received in my Pabbly's workflow. And here for the trigger column, it says the trigger column will be a final data column on which if the data is added, the whole of that row data will be sent to the webhook URL. So here you can see in my Google Sheet, my last data column is column D. So I'm going to enter my trigger column as column D, and then I'm going to click on the submit. And here you can see it says setup configured successfully. That means we have successfully set up a webhook inside our Google Sheets, and we have successfully connected our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. Alright, so now after building this connection, we are going to test this connection by clicking on the send test button given over here, and it says test data sent successfully. That means we have successfully sent the first row data of our Google Sheets to our webhook URL, that means to our Pabbly's workflow. Alright, so let's go and check it. But here, before moving back to Pabbly's workflow, you need to perform another very important step to completely connect your Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect. So for that, you need to click on this extensions, and from here you need to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Now from here you need to turn on this send on event. So by turning it on, automatically whenever you're going to add a new detail over here in your Google Sheets, then instantly Pabbly Connect is going to capture the response. Alright, so now let's go and check it, and here you can see we have received a tick in front of the send on event. That means we have successfully turned it on. Alright, so now let's move back to our Pabbly's workflow, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the entire details over here from our Google Sheet. Alright, so with this we have successfully set up our trigger over here. So once we have received all these details, then I want to generate a proper description of the event through OpenAI. So for that, I'm going to connect my OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect in this action step given over here. So here in this action step, I'm going to select my action application as OpenAI. So OpenAI is a company that develops tools like ChatGPT. People use OpenAI to create content, write code, answer questions, and even generate creative ideas. So in my OpenAI action step, I'm going to select my action event as ChatGPT, so that by using this particular model, OpenAI should generate a proper event description for me. Alright, so now here to connect my OpenAI account with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection if your OpenAI account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection is asking me to enter the API token. So here, following the instructions given below, here I've already logged in my OpenAI account. And from here I'm going to access the API keys given in the left side bar. And here in the API keys you can see some existing keys over here. So I'm going to generate a new key by clicking on this create new secret key, and here I'm going to give a name to my key, that is event, and then I'm going to select my project as default project, and then I'm going to create the secret key. So this is the API key generated, so I'm going to copy it, moving back to Pabbly's workflow, and here I'm going to paste the API key. Now here after entering the API key, I'm going to click on the save, and here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here's asking me to select the AI model. So by clicking on this drop down menu, you can see all the AI models available over here. So in this particular case, I'm going to select the AI model as GPT-4o Mini. You can select the AI model as per your need, and then here is asking me to enter the relevant prompt. So in this prompt field, I need to enter the relevant prompt that I want to give to AI to generate a proper description for me. So let me add the prompt. Alright, so here I've successfully added a relevant prompt where I've added some instructions for the AI and the details as title and the simple description. So here, instead of entering these details manually, here I'm going to map the data. Mapping data means insert data from previous step. That means here I'm going to map the data from the response that I've received in my trigger step or my previous action steps. Mapping makes our text dynamic so that whenever we're going to receive new response through our Google Sheets, then automatically this previously existing detail will be updated with the new one. So here for the title, I'm going to map the task name, and here for the description I'm going to map the simple description. Alright, so now after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here, and here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received a message content generated, where we have received the entire description generated by OpenAI. So with this, we have successfully set up this action step as well. So now here after generating the description, what we are going to do is that we are going to schedule this event in our Google Calendar. So for that, I'm going to add another action step over here, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action event as Google Calendar, and here in this action step I'm going to select my action event as create an event. And now here to connect my Google Calendar with Pabbly Connect, here I'm going to click on this connect. Here to build a new connection, I'm going to select add new connection. If your Google Calendar account is already connected with Pabbly Connect, then you can click on select existing connection. And now here to build a new connection, I'm going to click on the sign in with Google. Here I'm going to select my desired account, and then I'm going to click on this allow and give access to Pabbly as your data is secured with Pabbly. Authorization successful. So here you can see we are now successfully connected. So moving forward, and then here's asking me to select the specific calendar. So here you can see that my calendar that I've selected is of meetings. So I'm going to select the calendar from this drop down menu as meetings, and then here's asking me to enter the title, description, location, start date and time, and end date and time. So here for the title, I'm going to map the title that I've received in the Google Sheets, and here for the description I'm going to map the description generated by OpenAI, and then here for the location, this is not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank, and then here is asking me to enter the start date time and end date time. So here you can see it says enter your event start date time value, here example this, and you can get the date time value by using date time formatter. So here you can see a particular date and time zone format has been given over here. That means we need to enter the date and time in this particular format only, and the date and time that we have received from our Google Sheets is very simple. So now what we need to do is that we need to convert this date and time using a date time formatter by Pabbly so that we can get the date and time in this particular format. So for that, what we are going to do is that we are going to add action step over here, and here in this action step we are going to select the action application as date time formatter by Pabbly. So here by using this particular action application, we can format our date and the time zone accordingly. So in this action event, I'm going to select the event as format date with time zone, but you can use this date time formatter by Pabbly for formatting date only, formatting time zone only, add or subtract the time, current date, modify current date, or date duration calculator as well. So I'm going to select format date with time zone, and then I'm going to click on this connect, and then here you can see it is asking me to enter the date. So I need to enter the date that I want to format. So I'm going to map the start date first, and then I'm going to move forward, and then here is asking me to select the form format. So I need to select the format from which I want to format the date. So I'm going to select the simple format in which I have received the date over here. Moving forward, here for the to format, I'm going to select the exact format in which I want to receive the response. So this is the exact same format, so I'm going to select that, and here for the from time zone, I'm going to select the time zone as Asia Kolkata. And here for the 2 time zone, I'm going to select UTC because this is the UTC time format in which I want to add the response. And then I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received a successful response where we have received the UTC time zone formatted date and time. So now here, after generating the start date, what we are going to do is we are going to clone this step so that we can use this particular step for the end date time as well. So here we are going to clone the step, and here after cloning the step, you can see the same step has been added over here. So now here what I'm going to do is that I'm going to change the end date and time over here. And then here I'm going to keep all these things similar, and then I'm going to click on the save and send test request. And here you can see we have received the end date and time as well in the UTC format time zone. Alright, so now you've ticked formatting the dates with the time zone. What we are going to do is that we are going to add all these dates in these fields as well. So here for the start date and time, I'm going to map the start date and time, and here for the end date and time, I'm going to map the end date and time. And then here for the time zone, I'm going to select the time zone as Asia Kolkata. And here for the visibility, I'm going to select the visibility as public, and then here these fields are not a required field, so I'm going to leave it blank. And now here, after entering all the required details, I'm going to click on the save and send test request given over here. And here you can see we have received a successful response. That means we have successfully created the event over here in our Google Calendar. So let's go and check it. And here we are going to move forward to the date as 20th May over here. And here you can see automatically the event has been created over here for the 20th May. Here you can see the description generated by OpenAI. So with this, we have successfully set up our entire automation. Now let me summarize this whole video for you. So if we selected our trigger as Google Sheets and our action as OpenAI and date time formatted twice and the Google Calendar. So that whenever we're going to add a new event detail over here in our Google Sheets, then automatically using the details, OpenAI is going to generate a proper description for the event. And here after generating the description, automatically using date time formatter by Pabbly, it is going to format the date with the time zone for the start and the end time of the event. And after formatting the date with the time zone, automatically an event is going to be created in our Google Calendar for that specific date and time with the description and the title of the event. Alright, so these were the steps to how to create Google Calendar events from Google Sheets using AI agent. I hope these steps were clear to you. Now if you want to use the same workflow, then you can find the clone link in the description box below. I hope you liked the video. That's all for this video. Thanks for watching. Not only these applications, you can integrate many other applications with Pabbly Connect. Now if you have any doubt, then you can email us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any query, then you can write it at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issue, then you can visit www.pabbly.com. Now if you liked the video, then please subscribe to our channel and share it with your friends.